Hey guys, EC Network here, coming at you with another video. So I just finished watching Adventure Time Distant Lands Wizard City and wanted to give you guys my full thoughts on it. As per usual with these types of videos, there will be spoilers at a certain point, and I will let you know when spoilers are coming. Anyways, Adventure Time Distant Lands Wizard City serves as the final episode in Adventure Time's Distant Lands, and this one follows Peppermint Butler as he goes to wizard school, and I honestly did really enjoy the episode. If you guys have been watching my prior videos on Adventure Time Distant Lands, you'll know that I'm not the biggest fan of Distant Lands, but I actually did enjoy this one, and it honestly gave me a lot of Harry Potter vibes throughout the episode. And so now we're going to get into spoilers. Spoilers ahead, you have been warned. So anyways, this episode follows, like I said, Peppermint Butler as he goes to wizard school. I was under the impression before watching this episode that it was actually going to be taking place before the Adventure Time original series happened, before any of the events of the original show, but it actually takes place after the original show, and I completely forgot this happened. But when Gumball, I believe his name is, and Princess Bubblegum are having the whole fight war thing going on, Peppermint Butler gets turned back into a kid, which again, I completely forgot that happened, and I feel like the people who made this episode figured, alright, a lot of people probably forgot this even happened, because in the episode itself, they have a little reminder to say, like, they actually play the dialogue from that episode. They probably realized a lot of people forgot what happened, like I did. But anyways, this is following Peppermint Butler going to wizard school. So the episode starts out where Abracadaniel hears this like kind of dark magic deal happening with Chuscoos, and then Chuscoos gets killed, and everyone's kind of investigating, oh, what happened? How did Chuscoos die? And then it pans to a young Peppermint Butler going to Wizard City to go to wizard school. And like I said, this gives me a lot of Harry Potter vibes, because throughout the episode we see Peppermint Butler going to different classes in wizard school with all these different professors, and then his best friend is actually Abracadaniel's niece, whose name is Kadabra. He and Kadabra are basically partners, and they're doing all these projects together trying to learn magic. And I should mention that Kadabra actually is not interested in doing real magic, she's just interested in doing set magic, basically kind of like stage magic like we have in the real world, where people are pulling rabbits out of hats and stuff like that. So anyways, as the episode progresses, there's this whole plot going on with something mysterious happening in Wizard City. There's this one character who's kind of viewed as a prodigy in wizard school. His name starts with an S. I don't remember what it is, but like I said, he's a prodigy, and because of this, he kind of has a chip on his shoulder. He thinks he's the coolest kid on the block, and he and Peppermint Butler don't exactly get along. All of a sudden, this kid gets killed, and people are starting to wonder, hey, did Peppermint Butler kill this guy? Because, you know, they weren't exactly getting along before. Then all of a sudden, later on in the episode, if you guys remember in the original series, I don't know the character's name, but he's a frog, he's a wizard, he's got two hats, and he's got all those tadpoles in his throat. He actually gets killed. And Peppermint Butler goes to the scene of the crime, and he's like, oh man, he's been killed, I better get out of here before people think I did it. And then all of a sudden the authorities arrive, and they find out, oh, you are Peppermint Butler, the Dark Wizard. We gotta arrest you, and you also just killed this professor, and you probably also killed that student who was killed earlier in the episode. Kadabra wants to prove Peppermint Butler's innocence because she believes that he isn't a dark wizard. She just thinks, you know, he's trying to escape his past and whatnot. And this other professor's like, I'm gonna help you because Peppermint Butler's my favorite student. But as the episode's progressing, you kind of get the idea that this professor might not actually be good like she seems to be. She might actually be one of the bad guys in this episode. Anyways, they find Peppermint Butler, the professor, and Kadabra, and she says, oh, that chalice you found at the scene of the frog wizard's death, actually, we gotta return that to its rightful place. There is a place underground deep in Wizard City where that comes from, and we gotta put the chalice back. She doesn't really explain why, but as you're going deeper and deeper down into Wizard City, you can tell something bad is going to happen. So it turns out that this chalice is basically containing a liquid in it that is from one of the original Dark Wizards, and by drinking the chalice, you will become the Dark Wizard who is more powerful than any wizard in Wizard City. And essentially, we get revealed to us that the kid who died prior in the episode, and also the Frog Wizard, they basically drank from the chalice thinking that, oh, I want to become the most powerful wizard, but the problem is, if your body can't contain the power, you will die. So basically, neither of their bodies could contain that amount of power, so they both died. Same thing happened to Chuskus, although Chuskus accidentally drank it. He didn't mean to, because obviously he is not a wizard. Basically, what they want to do is have Peppermint Butler drink the liquid, because then he will become the most powerful wizard to ever exist, and they think that his body can handle it since he was already a pretty powerful dark wizard. Peppermint Butler does drink it, and he turns into this huge monster, and he pretty much kills all of the dark wizards that are there. And I should mention that all of these dark wizards are professors at the school, and it's about 5 or 6 of them, and he kills every single one of them. And then he's about to kill Kadabra, but then Kadabra kind of punches him in the gut, and he kind of coughs up the liquid and turns back to little Peppermint Butler. And that's pretty much the episode. Afterwards, they're like, oh, Peppermint Butler, good job. We're going to promote you to the next rank in wizard school. But he says he doesn't want to be promoted because he wants to stay with Kadabra, who is his friend. And that is the entirety of Adventure Time Wizard City. Like I said, I enjoyed the episode, although I will say that I don't necessarily think Adventure Time really fits well in the 40 to 50 minute episode runtime, because at certain points throughout all 4 episodes of Distant Lands, I was like, geez, how much longer do I have left? How much longer until this episode ends? And even during this one, I believe at around the 20-minute mark, I was like, alright, like how long do I have left until this episode ends? Because it's kind of dragging on for a little bit. I don't necessarily, like I said, think that Adventure Time fits well in this format, being 40 to 50 minutes long per episode, but it was a good episode overall. I did enjoy it, and like I said, this is the final episode of Adventure Time Distant Lands, and I know that we have the Fiona and Cake spin-off series coming next, but I really do hope that they let Adventure Time rest a little bit, because I'm kind of starting to get a little tired of constant more new Adventure Time content. I don't think they're going to, because obviously it's making them a ton of money. But anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about Distant Lands overall, and what you guys thought about this episode, Wizard City. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.